He's here. He looks tired. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Let's Talk EV. Not on Sunday, it's on Monday because I came home yesterday from my 4-day event trip and I was just too tired. I was beat and didn't want to do anything. I'm totally honest, I'm a loser. But today I relaxed, I didn't do anything. I took the day off, I needed it. I worked 4 days through and I thought we'd do it today. We'll see if anyone is here. I see 12 people, 1 like, that's awesome. Woo! Yeah, hope you all doing great. Like I said, I'm catching my power back step by step. Tomorrow is then work, a lot of editing, but today is fine. And I thought I talk about what happened in those 4 days. We didn't have a live stream last Sunday, so was it the first? No. Was it the first? Yeah, it was first because I did. Hey, Grow M, Richard, Photostorm is here. Mr. Oh Yeah. It's a great name. Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. Last Sunday I did my range tests and charging tests with the Skoda Enyaq 85X that I have here right now, and it was a long day because I knew I'm not gonna film another range test or anything with the Skoda since I will be gone for 4 days and the Skoda will be picked up on tomorrow. And then I don't have a car, except for Hank, of course, till next week. And it's planned for Wednesday, which is bad. I have to reschedule anyways to get it later or earlier, whatever they prefer, because on Wednesday I'm at work, so I can't. So, let's talk about what... well, first let's go through a tiny bit of news. I found one thing that was really exciting, which I already knew. Is that Ionity opened a new charging hub in Munich, in Parsdorf. You can't see it, it's a great picture, because I saw those chargers when I got the Tesla Model 3 from the service center, but the chargers were there, but it didn't have power, or wasn't, whatever, couldn't do anything, because on this side, if you go further, there's a supercharger, and on the right here that you can't see is a Tesla service center, a gigantic one. And I'm surprised that there is so many chargers. They put 24 chargers there, 24 charging stalls, because I think this one here doesn't have that many. Good evening. So I doubt, I don't know the location, because we were there. I don't know what's there. Is there something special? I didn't get it, but whatever. It's there, and we can see it on the Ionity map. It's Munich Parsdorf. That's here. And when you go zoom in, you see there's the Tesla service center, and there's the Tesla supercharger. It goes along here. It's to the side. This is where I filmed the beginning of Hank versus the Model 3. That was there. And so the chargers are here side by side. And this is where I most likely scratched Hank at some point. Or Matthias did. I don't know. Someone of us did it. Yep, that's all the news I have. And I'm gonna talk a lot anyways what happened in the last few days, because it was a lot. You haven't seen any videos yet, and I know, because I'm not a workhorse like other people. I've seen people there that film something and then in the evening they edit it and publish it. I don't do that. First of all, I don't want to buy a laptop and do that. And second of all, if I film the whole day, I want a bit relaxation in the evening, and I don't want to stress myself either. So I'm gonna start editing tomorrow, and then tomorrow will be the first videos, and then go on with the videos. I filmed a lot for the third channel too, for Behind the Battery. I did every day a little vlog, what I did that day. I should have filmed a bit more. It's maybe I didn't film all the time what's happening, so when I went back and then I was tired and all this, why is it Sunday again? Yes! And so, but I think it's a bit of an insight what's happening there, and it was nice. And I'm sometimes I wish I would be more, how do I say that, outgoing and film stuff so you can see what I'm doing, but I don't want to film someone else or something. As we has 2,000 kilometers left to the, so you have 198,000 kilometers on the odometer. Wow, that's awesome. But it was amazing, and I thought we talk about it. So, if you didn't know, I was from Thursday to Saturday. I was in Locarno in Switzerland at the ID Treffen. That's a event, a community of Volkswagen ID people who meet, and then Volkswagen goes there and shows them special cars, and then they can do stuff, and then there's challenges, least consumption when you go there, and they do special things. It's really nice. I finally made it to a live one. Hello. So I should do it on Monday, huh? New people here, and 34 people too. That's more than on a Sunday. Look at me. And the amazing part is I was invited by Volkswagen to go there with an international media drive for the ID3 GTX that we drove there, and then I drove alone back from Munich to Locarno, which is around 400 kilometers or so. It takes almost 5 hours. Well, with bad traffic, way more. And then on Saturday and Sunday, I was in Bad Hölz, that's an hour away from Munich, where I had a Polestar event, and I drove the Polestar 4 and the Polestar 3. The Polestar 4 has an embargo on it, how the driving is. I cannot talk about that till September 20th. So I will edit all the video, and then, but I won't, I cannot, I'm not allowed to show it to anyone until September 20th, and I cannot talk about how the car drives. Which is weird, because in the car is for sale, and other people, YouTubers like Chris Reaver, got the car and he did a range test. He can talk about how the driving is, but we're not allowed, for whatever reason. Who cares? I get it if you want to do it, that everyone does it at the same time, that not the first person who's there can publish it for the first, and then the last time has to wait. It's a 2-week event, but I would understand if it would be, let's say, next Monday, which is then the 16th. But I don't know what's with the 20th, but that's what they decided, and it's fine. I'm okay with it. And I thought I talk about detail. I drove the Polestar 3 too, and we can put the 3 as well, let's say like this, and we can talk about that. But it's true. I talk about so much of the Polestar 4 in the Polestar 3 video. Maybe I cannot show that then too. That's stupid. Yeah, that's me. I'm an idiot. God, it's true. Well, it was made in that way. It was bad because we drove the Polestar 4 first and then the Polestar 3. Damn it. Yeah. Okay, doesn't matter. So on Thursday morning, I went with the Skoda Enyaq 85X that I have here right now till tomorrow to the Munich airport, where Volkswagen has in one of the parking areas at the airport, they have a few parking spots for their events rented. And so they told us where to go and what level we have to go and everything. And the plan was, it was in the program how this all works, that you will get the car between 8 or 10 a.m. and then you go to Locarno, and that's it. That's the first day. And they had limited cars. I think it was 9 cars. If I have a little video here, I have video and pictures and everything. And everything, where are we? Can you focus? There we are. Those are the cars. And there's a lot on my Instagram page about pictures and tiny little videos. It looks amazing, by the way. The color on the phone it doesn't look like it, and on the video when I film with my other camera, the color looks totally different in reality that it does here. That's very interesting. It's way more reddish, not so dark red in real life. But they had 9 cars, and in the beginning I wasn't invited, but of course, you know me, I beg, and I ask if I can drive an ID3 GTX. I have a story as well. On a Saturday walk, I overheard a conversation. One guy complimented another one on his Taycan. He replied, "It's not mine, it's a workshop car." I think he drives an ID4 normally. That's cool if you get a Taycan when your ID4 is in the workshop. I would want that. So I wasn't invited, but then they put me into the car of someone else. So the thing was like this: there were 9 cars, and then each car can fit at most 2 people. They didn't want more people in the cars because also they have to pay for the hotel and everything. And so I got to drive with Jonas von Jonas. It's a German YouTube channel about electric cars. He's way bigger than me and he makes way better videos than me. He replied they could take as long as they like. That's a good one. Yeah, we had the plan and we talked before what we're gonna do. And he said, is it possible that we go earlier? We go at 7 a.m., not at 8 a.m. Mobilize supply of travel assist is ending its lighter development for use in autonomous, highly automated driving system, laying off about 100 employees. That's bad. You guys always know stuff. I never hear of this stuff, but I also don't look at news and stuff. That's true. That's on me. So we said, okay, we meet at 7 because he wanted to be somewhere at the ID Treffen, something special. He wanted to be there at 12. And so I arrived at around 12, took a hell of a long time to find parking, and then afterwards I found out that I could have parked in the area where they were having parking spots, but I didn't know that. I parked normally, and no worry, Volkswagen is paying for parking, it's fine. At the end it was 114 euros for parking for 2 days. Crazy, but where was I? So I arrived at around 7. Brought all the stuff. I had a big suitcase and then camera stuff, and it was a lot of stuff, a lot of bags. And I was there, but Jonas wasn't there because he was in a traffic jam. He arrived 20 minutes late. And then they showed us the car. They got us lunch to drive with, and we had a cooling box with water and stuff in the car, which was nice. And then we set off. Yeah, so we drove with a Volkswagen ID3 GTX. All cars had the exact same features, same color, black rims, 20-inch wheels, no DCC, but other than that, everything in the car that you can get for the ID3. No panoramic roof. Or? No, it has a panoramic roof. No, it has. So all of this, and then we looked if we can get to the destination that he wanted to. It was on the Furka-Post. That's a nice winding road up the mountains, and then there's the Hotel Belvedere. I Instagrammed this stuff. This is the very famous hotel where also in the street where James Bond in 2000 years ago was filmed, and it looks amazing. And the ID Treffen had a meeting up there, and he wanted to go up there, and I thought it's a great idea, let's do that. But the car showed us it will take us more than 5 hours. We're not going to be there at 12, so we called and they said it's fine, we're going to be there for a while, it's okay. And so we left off from Munich, and 10 minutes after starting we were in a traffic jam, because outside of Munich there are a few tunnels, and the tunnels have Höhenkontrolle, which measures Goldfinger, was it? Really? I don't remember. I've seen Goldfinger many times. Yeah, that's why maybe I know the scene. And so the tunnels have before Höhenkontrolle, so it checks the height of the truck because if the truck is too high, they may get maybe a problem and they cannot allowed to go in there. And for safety reasons, then the tunnel is being locked down. And I guess that happened because for half an hour we were just standing there and then traffic just went on. So it was locked down, checked and then opened up again. But the hotel is closed for quite some time now. The hotel is closed, but they're open for the ID Treffen. So they had dinner there and everything. They showed us a few rooms around in there. Looks neat, but old. There were millions of pictures, and the oldest picture I've seen, I don't know when the hotel was built, but I've seen a picture of it from 1888. So it's an old thing. And so we drove on. It was a beautiful drive. First leg, Jonas was driving, then I was driving, and then he was driving up the Furka, and then afterwards I was driving to the hotel because it was another 2 hours, 1.5 hours or so from Furka, from the hotel to the hotel that we were staying in Locarno. And so the drive was really amazing. Consumption was great. We weren't going very fast, but driving through the mountains, the Swiss Alps are beautiful. You will see all of this in my like I said, behind the battery channel videos. No, here. This channel will have all of these vlogs. I want to put them in there. And we only charged once. At an Ionity to 80%, but we didn't have to do that. We arrived back then with like 40% or so. But still, it was fine. I wanted to see anyways how it's charging, and he got a coffee and everything, and we switched. It was almost no stress. So the cute thing was we then arrived at the Furka, and the Furka is really doing this for a long time, and he was driving and he pushed the car a bit, and really the back got out a bit and spinning wheels and stuff like this. He tried if the 210 kilowatt is a sporty drive, and we passed a few cars and everything. That was interesting. I would never drive that way, but he did, and it was interesting to see that the car would do that. We drove all the way up, which takes half an hour or longer, and when we were on the bottom it was like 19-20 degrees, and it started to rain, and when we were up on the mountain it was 7 degrees and gigantic rain, and I was in shorts and t-shirt. My sweater or long pants were in the trunk in the suitcase, and we didn't have an umbrella because I had no idea that it's gonna rain like this. I didn't even know where he wanted to go until the day when I was there. I had no idea. And so that was very interesting. We got out of the car, got really wet, went into the hotel, met the ID Treffen people. There were like 80 people there. There was a lot of fun. They were all eating. I made a lot of selfies with people. There was a fun, hey, I'm from here, I'm from there. Hey, I watch your videos. It was very nice, and a lot of nice people. That was really nice. And then Jonas made a video in the rain of the ID3 GTX with a drone that I would never do, but he just doesn't care and just did it. Oh my God, I would be so scared about the drone, short circuit or something. Oh my God. But he did it, and it worked. Water is already empty from me talking. And then we were there for an hour or so, and then we left. He filmed a bit with the car, like I said. I didn't film anything, or not a lot, for the car, for a video, for the normal channel. I filmed more for behind the battery, for the vlog, because I knew 2 days later I can drive the car home, and then I can test it a bit more. And while I was staying there, I got the message that in the middle of October I will be getting a press car of the ID3 GTX, so I have it for 2 weeks. I can really test it, so do my range test, do my charging test, the driving test. Cindy has to drive it. It's so important. She has to feel it, because she's always, oh, Walter was so amazing, and I want her to feel that, if it's still the same. So I'm excited about that. But I didn't know that before we went. Maybe if I would have known I would get a press car so early, maybe I wouldn't have gone. It's possible. I don't know. but I always wanted to go to the ID Treffen because it always sounds very nice, the location and all those people. And again, Volkswagen bringing a lot of special cars. We get to that later. So we drove. Do you get an ID7 Pro S as well? Yes, I will get the Pro S Tourer with 19-inch wheels in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Where are we? On September 30th. In 3 weeks. Today in 3 weeks I will get the Pro S Tourer. And I'm so excited. I asked specifically for that with 19-inch wheels. So except that it's a Tourer, a tiny bit less range than a normal ID7, but the most range you can get out of an ID7. So that will be awesome. I can't wait. By the way, I found out the difference between ID7 Pro and ID7 Pro S is not just the battery. They updated the form of the car. That's why the WLTP consumption is lower than the normal ID7. So it has a different form in the front, on the bottom, and with how the air goes to the battery and to the tires and everything. This is done in a different way. That's why it has lower consumption. Interesting. I didn't know that before. So we then drove back down the winding road and then to the hotel. Like I said, 1.5 hours. A beautiful hotel. Amazing. I would want to stay there all the time, but oh my God, Locarno is beautiful. I looked at everything. We arrived. I filmed a bit, like I said, for behind the battery. Showed the. I'm curious about the charging performance. Me too. I showed the room and everything at a balcony, a beautiful view to the mountains. I can show you that. Where do we have nice pictures of the mountains from my room? That's the Hotel Belvedere, if you don't know. And the rain. And where is my hotel? There is my hotel. And that's the view from the hotel room. Solar panels. On the other side that you can't see right now is a pool. Yeah, it's there. The next picture. A pool and everything, and nice mountains. That looks good. We are taking about EU EVs. Will the P range getting more and more close to the CLT range? Oh, market. I don't know what CLTC is. I don't know what market you are. But I believe you. So we arrived at the hotel. I relaxed a bit. I showered. It was amazing. It had the greatest shower ever. So the rain showers, and so big, so much space. Oh my God, I enjoyed it so immensely. There was a plan that I will shower there beforehand, and it was awesome. See, I'm so easy to wow. A nice shower in a nice room, and I'm all, oh, this is all great, you are amazing. We then had a little presentation about the ID3 GTX Performance Fire and Ice Edition that was revealed the next day, which you mostly all have seen. Again, on my Instagram, there are a few pictures and a video, and other people already edited the video that they filmed and have it up. I don't. I will do it this week. Maybe tomorrow already you get this first. We'll see. I don't know yet. I have to decide, but I think so. And it was weird to film all of it. I'm gonna get to this in a minute. But we had the presentation, and then we had dinner, and then I went to bed, and not long that I fell asleep because I got up before 5 and drove to the Munich airport, and we drove 5 hours to the Hotel Belvedere, and then 2 hours to the hotel. So I was I was dead. So I slept 8 hours or so. It was awesome. I got up at 7 next morning, and then breakfast. And then the plan was that the reveal of the Fire and Ice edition of the ID3, we could film the car. And at dinner the day before, everybody said what person wants to do something, and then at that time for half an hour or 40 minutes you have time with the car. Well, it didn't work that way, sadly, and I don't know. Volkswagen and planning is sometimes, they plan some things really good and some things they just forget because it's so normal for them, they don't think about it. So I knew that at 10:30 I can film this ID3 GTX Performance Fire and Ice Edition. I knew what it looks like and I knew what's important and everything, but I didn't know where it was. I thought that in the morning at breakfast someone would come and say, okay, it's gonna be here or there. Or I thought it's at the ID Treffen, at this thing, because somebody said the premiere will be there, so I thought we film it there as well, but no, it wasn't, and I had no idea. And I wanted to meet some people from Volkswagen, they were at the ID Treffen, and this was 1.5 kilometers away from the hotel, and there was also no shuttle service, someone driving someone there, and there was no one there from Volkswagen when I had breakfast. And so I walked to the Locarno roundabout where the ID Treffen was. I met with a few people and I met a good friend from Volkswagen, which I did with whom I did an interview with. I filmed that on that afternoon, and it's I liked it a lot. He liked it a lot, so I have to edit this week too. It would be 20 minutes, something like this. Nice interview where I asked him. He's working closely with the Facebook group, the ID Drivers Club, and he's also a lot involved in all of those events that the Volkswagen does. And so I asked him a few questions. I'm in contact with him a lot. Have to put off my shoes here. Almost 24 degrees in here, even outside it's 15. It's freezing out there. And so I was at the roundabout, like I said, where the ID Treffen was, and so I asked Jonas, so where is this photo shoot and film shoot of the fire and ice car? Oh, it's at the harbor. And I said, I don't know that. How do I get there to? And then, oh, you have to call this person and he's gonna take you from the hotel there. So okay, so I walked back to the hotel. At the hotel I called that guy. He came and said, okay, I have to get a car. So he was gone for 20 minutes, got a car and then drove me 1.8 kilometers to the harbor. I should have just walked there. It would have been way faster, but I had no idea where exactly it was and how that works. And I had a lot of equipment with me, my camera, my gimbal and everything. I had my workout done on that day. That was nice. So he drove me to the harbor. There was the car. And I thought, okay, at 10:30 I have 40 minutes or 30 minutes with the car and can film everything. But no, there were 4 or 5 different people there filming something. Carmaniac, Jonas was there, I was there, some other guy was there, and then later other people arrived, and then a boat was delivered and we couldn't film, and then print media people came and Volkswagen people did something. So it was all chaos. And it was all just, can I film now a bit? And is it okay if I film the back? So I filmed a lot while someone else was filming the inside. I was filming the outside and the other way around. It was all very chaotic and not very well planned. Because I would have really wanted to just say, okay, Chris, half an hour, go for it. No one is in the shot. You can do whatever you want. If you have any questions, do that before. So if you need to know. So it was very hasty, and maybe I filmed for 20 minutes, always in between, a minute here, a minute there. Yeah, that was a bit weird and unplanned and not well done. And afterwards, I walked back to the hotel because again. And by the way, I asked if I can go home on the Friday, so I can be home, and then the next day will be the press event with Polestar in Bad Tölz. And I asked if that's possible, and they said no, because all the cars are gone with other press people, so the ID3 GTX is in use, you cannot use it. But then when I was at the Fire and Ice event, one of the people who was photographing was driving around with the ID3 GTX the whole time. So he didn't use it, he just used it as a shuttle for himself. It wasn't used for anything press related. Yeah, again, that's how it is. But I don't know if this was planned that way. Maybe someone got sick or something like this. I don't know. So, and it's okay. So I walked back to the hotel again. No shuttle, no info, nothing. And there's nothing going on now. That was said to me. There's no plan of anything happening, as far as I knew. I don't know what the other guys did. Only that at 5 p.m. the world premiere of this Fire and Ice will happen at the ID Treffen at that roundabout. Like I said, in the roundabout sounds like there's a lot of cars driving around. In the middle is a bit of space. No, it's a gigantic roundabout. So, and it's lower than what the cars are driving. So it's really neat. It's a nice place to do events. And so I went back to the hotel, relaxed for a few minutes, then walked to the event at the ID Treffen again. So I walked 10 kilometers on that day or so. I got something to eat because this again wasn't planned. I went to Aldi, discount grocery store of Switzerland, got something to eat. Because at the ID Treffen they had food, but nothing for me, so nothing vegan, and it didn't look well. And I filmed the cars that were there. There was an ID Bus GTX there with the long wheelbase that I never seen before. An ID2 was there, the ID2 GTI concept. I made Instagram posts about that. Then the IDX Performance, the ID7 powerful one with 500 horsepower was there. I wasn't allowed to drive, but I could film it a bit. I wanted to go inside, but they said it's you can, but it's exactly the same as a normal ID7 except for the seats. There are Porsche bucket seats, amazingly uncomfortable. So this doesn't do anything. And then okay, and there were a few Volkswagen people there with ID7 GTX. There were two there, and I've never driven one, but I wasn't allowed to drive one. And but I filmed one car that was black with black wheels. Everything's black. A GTX logo was black. It was the black edition. I filmed that a bit from the outside because I'm excited to drive that at some point. Like I said, I did the interview with Yannick then. Met a few other people, talked to a lot of people, and then at 5, was that world premiere. I have pictures about that, or did I make a video? I thought I did. Where are we? Did I not? Oh no, this is the video when the ID, when the car comes in. I put it on Instagram. That's the Fire and Ice edition in that nice color. The 21-inch wheels look amazing. And it has a different driving sound, by the way. That was nice. I waited for the premiere of that, and then I went back to the hotel, relaxed a bit, showered again. Look at me, clean Chris. And then we had breakfast, we had dinner again. By the way, food was amazing, and they made special stuff for me, and it was a lot of food, a lot of drink, so many nice people there, awesome. And the people that were there were also nice. I sat down with a few other YouTubers, and it was nice. And on the second day, the organization guy of the ID Treffen was there and sat with us. That was a lot of fun to talk to him about stuff. Daniel rules. And yes, then I got the key for the ID3 GTX at the dinner, because the next morning I had to leave at around 5 a.m. because I have to go to Munich, which takes around 5 hours. Then I have to give the car back, drive from Munich to Bad Tölz, which takes around 1.5 hours. And in Bad Tölz I have to be there at noon. And so with all the thing, I would say it's 7 hours. And so I wanted to leave at 5 or before 5. And since nobody is up at that time from the Volkswagen people, I got the key to the car at dinner on the Friday. I put most of my stuff already in the car. I put the settings the way I like, and no beeping and, you know, all the stuff you want to do, individual drive mode and all the stuff. And my seats saved, so everything. I just get into the car. Even I think I even put in navigation the where I wanted to go already. I knew where I wanted to charge because I wanted to do a half range test and film a bit. So I wanted to drive the car down a bit and charge it a bit in Germany, and then drive from there to the airport on a highway with 130. And the first good charger was in Eichstätten, where I was before, and then it was only 170 kilometers or so to the Munich airport. So it's not a good range test. I didn't use 50% or so, but still, I put everything in. I went in my room and I couldn't fall asleep. I just couldn't. I was nervous that I don't oversleep. I have to leave early. And the night before I slept so well and so long, so I wasn't tired at all. So I was up till 12:30 at night. Yeah. So I was up so long. I was so tired. I couldn't fall asleep. Finally, I fell asleep. After 2 hours, I woke up again. At some point I fell back asleep again, and then I woke up at 4:15 and I just got up. I thought better now than early, than if I fall asleep again and then I oversleep. And so I packed everything in the morning that I could, in the evening before that I could. So I had a tiny little coffee, they had a coffee machine in there, put everything in the bag and went in the car and drove off at 4:30 a.m. Nobody was awake in Locarno, and also nobody was on the street. So I drove through the Swiss Alps in the morning from 4:30 to around 7 a.m. where it got a bit light. And I didn't see them because it was all dark. It was so sad. I filmed a lot for the behind the battery channel, the vlogs about the drive, talking, and also a bit of time lapse through tunnels and everything. And then sun coming up, getting brighter, and seeing a bit of a mountain. And so I drove to Eichstätten. So when you go from Locarno to Germany, you go through, of course, Switzerland, then Liechtenstein, then Austria, and then you get into Germany. But I had all the stickers. Volkswagen prepared all of this, so it was all fine. I arrived at the Ionity in Eichstätten, filmed a bit. Look, charging is great, looks good. Around 190 kilowatt peak, very similar to the ID7. I think that the peak, that 100 kilowatt is a bit longer. So and with this, by the way, I even put in the OBD dongle and looked what the battery says. And I think again it's a value that was put in. It's not reality, because it says 8,800 watt hours. That's pretty. Pretty perfect. The same as in Hank, it says 77,000. Perfect number. And I have to look what it says now, but I think it's the exact same thing. It's not something that the battery really calculates or something. It's a number that they put in. And so I charged a bit, then I filmed a bit about the car, drove it a bit, and then did a little half range test to the airport. Arrived at the airport at 10, so it took me 5.5 hours with including charging and filming a bit, but I filmed really when it was charging, so I filmed to 80, charged to 80%, I think, if I remember, 20 something percent to 80%. I charged, and then I arrived at the airport at, like I said, a bit after 10. Put my bags back in the Skoda Enyaq, which was on a different level. I went to the level where I picked up the ID3 GTX, and there was nobody there. And I was, I have to leave soon if I want to get to the Polestar event on time. They in the program of the Polestar event, it says arrive till 12. At 1 is the presentation, and at 1:30 you can drive the Polestar 4. So I don't want to be late. And by the way, on the drive to Munich, so the 5.5 hours, I had nothing to eat. I had stuff with me, 2 protein bars and something sweet. And I had a lot to drink with me. I had prepared this, but I didn't have food, and I didn't want to go shopping or something because I didn't want to be late. And so I was a bit stressed. No food, no sleep, and stressed out, headache and everything. That's me, always freaking, and that's why I don't go to events. Another point why I don't do this. And by the way, why is nobody saying anything? Just is you're just all listening and saying, what the hell is wrong with this guy? Or have you all turned off and said, yeah, weirdo there. Yeah, so nobody there at it was 10:15 or so when I was parked before there was a barrier where I couldn't get in, and so I called the guy in Locarno. I'm here. Nobody's here. What I do with the car? Oh, I have contacted the person. He will contact you what to do. And I wait. Nothing happens. 10 minutes go by. I call him again. Can you give me the number? And I call him. We don't like to interrupt story time. Thank you. Can you give me the number? So he gives me the number. I call. The phone is off. What a freak. The phone is off. So I'm freaking out. Oh my God, I won't be there on time. At some point, I get a message on the phone. The one you have just called is now available. I never got that message before. That's cool. So I called again and said, hello. And then, hi, I have the car here. I have to go. What do I do? When are you here? I'm not going to be there for a while. I was like, what? But it's no problem. Look behind you. Do you see the elevator door? Yes, I do. Go further. There's a security car parking area. Go in there, tell the person that you are with a Volkswagen event. He will open the barrier for you. You drive the car in, and then you give them the key, and that's it. And I said, oh, thank you so much. Would have been nice to know that the night before. I didn't tell him, and I didn't tell anyone. But again, this would have been very nice and less stressful if I would have known that before, that nobody has to be there. It's very easy. And I found out on the phone call as well that someone else did the exact same thing the day before. Someone drove back on Friday. So they could have told me. Again, planning. But whatever. So I went in there, said, hey, Volkswagen, what do you want? And then there's a Volkswagen event. They have this area there. And he just told me that you will get the car and open this and take the key. And then, what car is this? And then, do you have a license plate? And luckily, the license plate number is on the key. So I showed, and then, okay. And then drove the car in. Somebody opened the whoop. What is Schranke? I have no idea. The whoop. And I drove in, checked if there's nothing in there from me, because oh my God, I have a history of leaving stuff in a car that I can't get into afterwards. And I'm still not sure if I left the OBD dongle in the ID3 GTX that we drove back to. I don't remember taking it out, but I haven't looked in my bag if it's still in there. But it's fine. So I do that, drive it in, give them the key, go to the Skoda Enyaq, which is 2 stories up. Then okay, I have to get out of here. And when I went in, they told me before, you take a ticket, just a normal ticket, you park your car, we give you an extra ticket. This is the payment ticket. And then before you leave, you put in your card, then the card that we give you that pays for the parking ticket, and then you use your ticket to get out of the parking. And so, okay, I can only use it when I'm done with everything, because you know parking, you do it and then it takes half an hour, and then they say, hey, you have to pay for that half an hour. And so, okay, I had the card, I had my card, I had everything there, and I was, okay, now I go to the 8th floor and pay. On the 8th floor there is no Where the ENIAC was, there is no parking meter. Okay, I go back to the 6th floor where it just was. Did the parking, it worked? Yes, went back to the Skoda ENIAC, got into the car, drive out, put the destination in. It says traffic jam around Munich. You have to go all the way around Munich. Where's Google Maps? Okay, weiter. Stupid thing doesn't work here. Where am I? Where's my Google Maps? So, there we are. So, that's Munich. That's the Munich airport. Can you see? Go a bit further in. That's the Munich airport where I parked. I parked at P20. Where's P20? Wasn't it around here? P25. It's somewhere here. P20, there it is. And this is Munich, and Bad Tölz is down here. Where is it? I just saw it. Bichl. Bad Tölz, here. And there's even the hotel. And so if you want to go down there, the best would be to drive just down here and go here. But around here was all traffic jam, so I had to go all the way here around Munich, even do a bit of country road because there was traffic jam there, and then down here Wolfratshausen, and then back here, and then a weird road here. So it took me before the night before I checked, and it said it's 80 minutes to get there, and then it was 100 minutes because of the traffic jam and driving all the way around Munich. I could have gone through Munich, but it would have taken longer. And so I arrived at 10 after 12. I was stressed again, didn't eat, didn't have time to pick something up. I didn't want to be late. I think that's rude when they tell you please arrive till 12 and you arrive very late, and then there's a presentation right away. And I didn't want to do that, which turns out is wrong, because I arrived at 12:15 and there were still people missing, and there were just people there eating and drinking. It was all fine. But I arrived at 12:15, got into the drove into the hotel. They said, you can park here, you have to drive down there 200 meters this way. I said, I have a lot of bags, can I just put them here? Yeah, just park down here a few meters away, put your bags out, give us the key, we will park the car down there. And I said, sure, that's amazing. So I did this, got my bags, got to the 2nd floor with the elevator. They said, who are you? Are you a normal person, or do you want to go to the Polestar event? I said, Polestar event, you have to go to the 4th floor. So I went to the 4th floor, there was the Polestar event. I had to check in, sign that I have my driver's license, and you know, when stuff happens, you have to sign stuff. And they gave me the key. You have to go to the 2nd floor to your room. So I went down with all my bags and everything. I have a gigantic, gigantic suitcase where I had clothes, tripods, my drone, food for 4 days, and I don't know what stuff. And then I had this gigantic case where my gimbal is in. Then this bag for my suction cups and everything, and my camera bag. Camera bag weighs 10 kilos, and I had my normal backpack with water and what the hell? What are you doing? Attack! A lot of stuff. And so I brought this back to my room, went into the room, and I don't know if you know me a bit, but I hate when a room is very hot. I can't sleep in there. We have an AC in our bedroom, a loud one, not the good one, the 2-part one, but we need that because we like it cold when we sleep, 19 degrees or so. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. We like it cold and dark and quiet. And at home that's no problem, but of course outside we get it. So when we get a hotel room, we always get AC. And in Locarno the AC was spectacular. I put it to 19 degrees, it got too cold, I put it to 20 degrees, it was perfect. The first night I slept like a baby, it was amazing, it was dark, it was quiet. Locarno was amazing. On the second day they had a music group at the pool for the dinner people. And it was two people, a man and a woman with a keyboard and playing, so just a drum beat coming and music coming from the keyboard, and she was singing, and then sometimes he was playing guitar or saxophone and stuff like this. And this you could hear in the room then, because my room was facing the pool in that area, but it wasn't too long. And I couldn't sleep anyway, so it was fine on the second day. So I arrived at that room, nice room. It was an eco hotel, so they don't have AC, they don't have a ventilator. It was 25 degrees in that room. The room was facing the sun. It was so blazing hot in there. It had the weirdest look, this hotel. The sink to brush your teeth was in the middle of the room beside the bed. The toilet had the heaviest door I have ever seen. It was like a vault door. The shower was nice. I showered to cool myself off, just with cold water because it was so hot in there. I unpacked a few things. And the thing was, I arrived after driving a lot, and it's not like on Thursday where you don't have to do anything and the stuff happens tomorrow. No, it will happen in an hour. I arrived and it's no relaxation a lot. You have to film in a short while. And so, okay, went back up to the area at the floor 4, and they had dinner food for me, vegan food. No other person was there that was vegan, so I ate all of it. I ate so much because I didn't eat all day. I drank a lot. They were thinking, what the hell is wrong with this guy? I saw somebody noticed me. I didn't know him, and I knew someone else who was there, another YouTuber from Switzerland. This was the Dach event, they call it. So for Germany, D, Austria, A, and Switzerland, CH, Dach. And they had only have a few cars, so they have always two groups. On one day in the morning it's Polestar 3, in the afternoon Polestar 4, and then the next day it's the other group does this car, and the next group is already for the Polestar 4 like we did. Damn, are we already Sunday? Yay, Jill, how are you? And so I ate everything, like I said, they had, and drank a lot. I had Spezi, woohoo. I thought it was caramels and I did the wrong, and then, oh my God, it has caffeine in there. Can I sleep in the evening? I was all stressed, but it's fine. I ate everything, and then at 1 p.m. was the presentation of the Polestar 4. They explained everything, what's special about the car, how it's built, and that it's gonna be built not just in China and everything, and what to look for, what's a special thing, what they think makes it special and everything. The digital rear view mirror, and it's an coupe, but the space inside is like an SUV, since there is no rear window. The people in the back have more room. The seats in the rear are electrically adjustable, so just back and forward. And all of this they told us, and you either get the rear-wheel drive with 200 kilowatt or the all-wheel drive with 400 kilowatt. There's a 100 kilowatt hour battery, And then this was just 20 minutes long, if even. Nice, not for an hour, blah, blah, blah. And when we were at the Volvo EX30 event, no piano black. I think that the steering wheel is piano black. Lars Peter would know better. He had it for a longer time. I had it for 3 hours. Lars Peter had it over the weekend. Where was I? Yeah, at the Volvo EX30 event in Hamburg, the presentation was like an hour long, because they talked about Volvo history, and that the Volvo EX30 will now be the biggest car they ever made. They're gonna sell billions of it. and that it's so amazing that it doesn't have a cockpit because everyone loves that. Nobody needs a cockpit, and this is such a cheap car, and it's the best competitor in that size and so ever. I drove 2 passengers to the airport yesterday. Both sat in the rear seat. In my Polestar 4, go be all proud. And so then they said, okay, we're gonna lead you now to the cars. We select which person gets what car, and you can then just drive till I think 4 hours or so. Be back at 5:30, no, 5:15 even. So a bit less than 4 hours was the time until I sat in the car and drive on. It was 3.5 hours or so that I had with the car. And so I went down. Someone showed me the car a bit, what you have to do. The software didn't work correctly. There was a lot of stuff missing and stuff not working. Which is always awkward when someone from Polestar is showing you something and then it doesn't work, and then, oh, yeah, well, that's not what it is. And then they had water in there, and I said, okay, you can drive. We put a route in there, you can go, but of course you can go wherever you want. And I went somewhere else. I went to the first destination, it was crap, and so I went somewhere else and filmed, did my stuff. Then I did driving test with the car, and again, I cannot talk about plot twist. You drove 50 minutes, slept the rest with AC on. That would have been amazing. Screw the car. 3.5 hours perfect for 1,000-kilometer challenge. Exactly. Did you drive the Polestar 3 with the latest software? New version is ready 18 September. I have no idea if it has the newest software. It was also buggy. The adjustment of the steering wheel and the mirrors didn't work. Every time I went in, it went back, and I couldn't put in the distance of the cruise control and something else. I couldn't turn off cruise self-steering on the steering wheel, only in the infotainment system. Yeah, but again, about the Polestar 4 driving, I cannot talk about, not allowed till September 20th, how it was, what you can do for driving. I can only talk about stationary things, so space and the seats and everything, the air vents. The air vents in the middle and in the door, which was nice, still demo mode then. Trunk was a nice space. Frunk was nice. The screen, the 15.4 inch screen, now in landscape mode, not portrait mode. It's nice that you can move it around, but it's not free. So the Google Maps can be this size or the full screen, but not in the middle. How many wheels? 4, I think. It had 21-inch wheels on the Polestar 4. The Polestar 3 had 22-inch wheels. It was the performance pack that I drove. And for the Polestar 4, I also had the all-wheel drive version with 540 horsepower or something. Screen? What did I say? Did I say display or something different? Yeah, it looks good, nice to adjust and everything. The infotainment system is really fast. It wasn't fast in my case. And there was a lot of stuff not working. And also while driving wasn't a lot of stuff working. Damn, are you allowed by Polestar to say that? 4! No, it's all about driving. How does driving feel, and what can you do for driving? How is the cruise control? How is it at top speed? What's the volume, the noise level inside? I cannot talk about that. That's all it. That's an embargo, and I'm gonna fulfill it. I'm nice. Okay, so I drove it for 3 hours or so, came back. Put my bags, now that I'm smart, all the stuff that I film with, except for my camera, which has the expensive stuff in, put it in the Enyaq down the road, so 200 meters away. So next morning, so first of all, right after the drive, I don't have to carry it up to my room, and then next morning I have to carry it back down again. So I left it in the Enyaq, so my gimbal, my suction cup bag, and my tripod and stuff like this. I left it all in the ENIAC because next day I will drive with the Polestar 3 to the ENIAC, the 200 meters. And I also found an amazing spot right at the hotel where really 100 meters away between the hotel and the parking area for the ENIAC is a road that goes up between a beautiful grass area, and it's a one-way street. They say that no, not even one-way street, it's a dead end, but you're allowed to drive. And then it was perfect because it's going up in grass and you can fly the drone around. You're not supposed to say noise level in car was good. Wow, those Chinese are strict. No, it's about embargoes, so that everyone talks about how the car feels at the same time, so nobody is at a disadvantage just because they got the car later. That's what embargoes are for. It's not about the car maker that they don't want you to tell. It's about that every journalist or YouTuber or whatever can say this is how the car drives at the same moment. And after that then comes the cliff. No, I think there was just a water station, so where they pump water or something. But it looked like an amazing location, and I knew I'm gonna go there the next morning. So Polestar 4 event driving was done. I was done half an hour, 45 minutes earlier. Went to my room, relaxed, was dead, hungry again. And then there was dinner. Again, amazing food for me. It was awesome. They had vegan they had a buffet. An extra thing was vegan, and then they brought me an amazing soup, and I had bread with it, and then I got other stuff. I post did I post the food pictures for Patreons and YouTube members? I don't know if I posted the other days. I know I posted the first day, but nobody complained to want to see the other pictures, so it's fine. And yes, so dinner. And this was way better than in Locarno. In Locarno, it was like this. I was on a table in Switzerland. It's a fancy restaurant. And then there were 25 people. Let's say 5 Volkswagen people and then 20 journalists. And so 25 people on 2 or 3 tables. And as it happened is, okay, everyone gets the food, the first course. And then it's waiting till everyone is done, even though you're done after 2 minutes, but the other people are talking or doing something else. Then the table gets cleared, then it's 15 minutes nothing, and then you get the next course. It was only 3 courses, so main course, dessert, and whatever comes before. Aperitif? I have no idea. But each course took 40 minutes. And we started eating. I eat usually at 3 p.m. and there it was at 7:30. We went to the table and food started at 8. So in Locarno till I was done eating, it was almost 10. In Bad Hölsten with the Polestar event, we went there, the buffet was already there. We started eating right away. We got a nice little grapefruit drink and other drinks, and I was done eating, and 5 minutes later the main course came. 5 minutes later, after that, the dessert came. Everything was amazing. It was great. After I was done with the dessert, I excused myself and said, I'm sorry, I'm really tired. I'm gonna go to bed now. And so I went to my room at around a bit before 9 p.m. I brushed my teeth, watched 2 minutes of television, filmed a bit again for the Behind the Battery channel, taking a time to eat and enjoy the food. Horrible. No, it's too late and I want to eat and then go. So I watched 2 minutes of television, got so tired, turned the TV off and fell asleep and slept for 10 hours. I slept from 9 p.m., 5 minutes after 9 p.m. till 7 a.m. in the morning. It was amazing. I woke up all And what I said, it was so extremely hot and they don't have an AC and they don't have a fan. They told me, just open your door. We have a mosquito net there, so it's fine. Just open the door. It's gonna get cold at night. And it was true. We're at home. On that day here, the coldest temperature was like, so that was a food picture. So at home, at night, the coldest temperature was around 20 degrees. There it was 12 degrees. And so when I had the door open, it got cold in there very nicely. It was great. The problem with that is everyone had their doors open and I could hear the whole hotel and people walking by and talking and smoking outside and I don't know, but I heard the neighbor and everything. It's yeah, that's the Öko Hotel. Well, but they don't have AC, but on the balcony, on the terrace, they had heaters installed in the ceiling. Electric heaters. So I didn't get it. Fun fact, Chris sleep naked. Half naked. At home not, but there I did it because, yeah. Good sleep is better than good anything. Yeah, the sleep was awesome. I woke up at 7, breakfast was at 8. I brought my bags and everything. I packed everything for going home. It is now Sunday. I brought it all to the ENIAC. So my suitcase and everything was already in there. I put everything out that I need for filming, so I don't have to bring anything down. It's awesome. I went to breakfast. I didn't have anything vegan, which is normal in hotels, except for margarine and jam. That's what they have. They had a nice coffee, which you had to press many times because it was just a tiny little bit, and then at some point it was coffee. They had soy milk though. That was good. And breakfast from 8 till 9 or so. I went then at 9 was the presentation for the Polestar 3. Was only 20 minutes, and then we went to the car. I was the first who was allowed to go to the car, and again I got a little tour of the Polestar interior, and there we noticed that when you go to the adjustment of the mirrors and the steering wheel, so you adjust it like in a Volvo EX30 or in a Tesla Model 3, every time you went into that window, it went out again after a second. Oh my, 7 is it's too late to wake up to your towel at the swimming pool. Yes, and then they told us to listen to the sound. It's so amazing. It has a 1100 watt sound system and Dolby Atmos and all of this. And this is the all-wheel drive version with 380 kilowatt. It's the performance thing. You have the golden seat belts and the golden brakes and everything. And then I went off and I said I went to that grass area. I filmed with the drone. I filmed my talking before that. I filmed the delivery starts 18th here in Norway with the latest software. I thought it already started. I filmed everything about the cars, sitting inside and blah, blah, blah. All of this. Then I drove off. I drove a bit on the country road, tested how the drive is. And a Polestar 3 is exactly my thing. That's why I posted Instagram that this is so my thing. Powerful, comfy. The seats are amazing. It lacks seat ventilation. The spec that I have didn't have seat ventilation, and it needs that big time. Like I said, software was not good. Cruise control, I could not turn off the self-steering on the steering wheel, and I could not adjust the distance. But that's coming at some point. Yesterday was the clothing ceremony for lip sync. Was there? I felt like in my Scenic. That's nice. Yeah, so then I did highway. I drove top speed above 170. It's not amazing. It gets a bit it moves a bit too much. But 130, 150 is extremely quiet, extremely comfortable. Highway is overall, and country road very comfortable. In the corner, even in sport mode and all of I tried all the modes for the suspension. It's a bit more on the comfy side. yeah, it's not perfect if you want to drive sporty, but it's extremely comfortable, and I love that. I'd push in a corners torque vector is awesome. No, I did not do that, and I think that almost no one is doing pushing an SUV in corners. I get it that this is an amazing technology, but I don't get the point why I need that. I'm not a race car driver. I won't be pushing it in mega corners. I drove a bit through corners like a normal person and was okay. Deal breaker, not being able to drive above 170 in corner. Yeah, totally. I tested the sound system. Meh. It had the 22-inch wheels on there. The sound system sounded okay, but not great. So I tested the Dolby Atmos. Yeah, it only works with Tidal. It sounds okay. I tested normal Spotify. I tested my music, and the bass was okay, but not extraordinary. The Audi Q8 is still the best sounding sound system that I have ever tested. And then there's Long Nothing, and then comes BMW i7, i5, and Henk, and so it sticks to the road like glue. Again, I don't think it is a sporty car, and it's a more comfortable car, even when you put everything into sport. Acceleration was awesome. Do I have my number here? Was it 4 point something 3? Wrong. Where's Draggy? Where's my history? 0 to 100. That's the other car. That was it. 4.53. That was the acceleration of the Polestar 3. I have the Polestar 4 in here too, but again, I'm not allowed to show you. You can see where I was. I was 623 meters above sea level, and it was 23 degrees on that day. It's a great car, really comfortable. I can so see it that this is an awesome car. Consumption overall was a bit on the high side. I didn't push it too much, and I had like 280 watt-hours per kilometer. But understandable. I think for the price, you get what you pay for. It starts at 75,000 euro, and the performance with everything, I think, is 90,000 euros. It's a great car, don't get me wrong, but for less money you can get a similar car. Maybe not as comfy and as powerful, and you don't get 250 kilowatt charging on a Tesla supercharger. It's a great car, but I think the market will be hard because it's so expensive. That is a lot of money. Bargain. That is a lot of money for a great SUV that drives very comfortable and can also drive very sporty. But then again, when I drive in an i5 at 200, it just feels different. But I get that not a lot of people want to do that. Many of these issues will be fixed in the next software update. God, who's a fanboy defending your car? You're so right. You are so right. And you know me, Polestars are okay for me, but I don't find them as something special. I'm sorry, Polestar 2 as well. I think it's a good car, but it's not a great car for me. But hello, everyone has a different opinion, and you're entitled to yours. Enjoy it. That's fine. Yes, so then I drove it for 3 hours or so. I would have had 5 hours with the car. The problem was this. I would have loved to do a range test with both cars. The problem is Bad Tölz is far away from a highway where you can drive 110 or even 130, and a charger, so that you stop somewhere, charge to 80% or something, drive a range test, come back, drive at least down to 20%, and then come back to the hotel in 5 hours. No way. They're just so far away. I have to wait for a press car, and then I can do all of these things. I can't do it now. I don't get Polestar 3. I got Polestar 2. No, I know, but you're a Polestar fan. Come on, you're such a Polestar fanboy. And it's totally fine. Go enjoy the cars. You love the Polestar 2 and you love your Polestar 4. That's great. That's awesome. Yeah, so I was done after 3 hours. I went back with the car, put everything in the ENIAC, brought the car back, said goodbye, said thank you for inviting me. Yeah, I forgot one point. So, you know, when I film, where is it? Here. Is it? Yeah. No, where is it? Where did I put the cable? Ah, it's here. When I film, I use this microphone here, but since this is so gigantic big and it also sounds a bit too harsh, I have this clip-on mic that I put in here and I plug this into here. And the big advantage with this is, you see the lights here? The lights tell me that it's on, and when it's here and I'm in the car, I can't see that. I have to do this, I have to push it forward, and I'm not looking at the road, which is bad, safety and everything. And when I have this plugged into here, and this is on the side of the car, I can just look here, it's on, fine. So it's way better, and this sounds better, and it looks more sleek that you can't see it too much. Usually there's something on top, it's a bit bigger. You know in my videos that I don't use this anymore, I have this on. So I noticed the last few weeks that this is getting a bit flimsy because I put it into my pants when I film in the pocket, and the problem is that I have to take this off. It's gonna be loud. Sorry. When this is in here and I put it in my pocket, then sometimes it gets to do this, which is not amazing, of course, for the cable. And I noticed that this is getting a bit bad, but it still works. It's all fine. Look at me with my fancy microphone. It's not fancy. This costs less than this, way less. But it was still working. And when I filmed the Polestar 4, every time when I start a filming session, I check if the audio is working. I can see it on the camera and on the receiver of this end that there's sound. I tap the microphone, okay, it's plugged in correctly. I check the connection, it's fine. And then I film. And when I was filming the Polestar 4 and I was done, afterwards, I tried again and I saw that it isn't working, and I was, oh my God, is there a... no, I was already done. I already brought the car back. I noticed it in the evening. And I was, oh my God, was there something I didn't film? There was no sound or something. Oh my God. And then the next morning, I tried this again and I checked the camera. It worked. I moved it a bit and it didn't work. And then, so I found out that this microphone is broken and I had to film with this, a different, not this one. I have another pair here of wireless microphones, so it didn't work. And when I came home, I found out that once when I'm showing the interior of the car in the back of the Polestar 4, the sound drops out. And 15 minutes of me driving in one video, there's no sound. So I filmed this with two cameras. One has this sound on, so it didn't have sound on at all. And the other one has sound on, but it's not usable. So I have to do a voiceover. So I will listen to what I'm saying and then talking over it and explain that the microphone broke and I have to do it like this. And then while you see the video, you see me hopefully in a funny way explaining what's happening in the video. And I have to do this with two videos, one 15-minute driving video where I will not use all of it, but still a few minutes, and then I will talk over it with an extra microphone that I also ordered because I never did voiceovers before. So I ordered the microphone again, and I ordered a piece where the cable then comes out like this, so it doesn't get bent anymore. I'm learning, But this is the stress when you film alone. Nobody notices that your stuff doesn't work. This is always horrible. There are always two things that are horrible: sound not working, and if is the video out of focus. Because a lot of times I have a remote. When I'm standing here, I don't use autofocus, because autofocus, many times when I have autofocus on, when I film a car and have me in front of it, and I look to the side, it focuses on the car. I look to the camera, I'm out of focus. I can adjust how fast and everything. And then it focuses on me. And this moves it has a weird effect. It looks very, very cheap, and I don't like that. And so I use manual focus. So every time when I go into in front of the camera, when I'm not filming myself with the gimbal or in the car itself. So when I'm standing on when the camera is on a tripod, I have a Bluetooth remote, and I look into the camera and I press focus, and it focuses on me. And then I talk, and I don't try to move too much. Oh, hello, so late. And so I always do that, and sometimes it's wrong. And I cannot see it on the tiny screen, and have a big screen on top, which sometimes I can't see it. I can only see it when I'm back home, and I replay the stuff, and then sometimes like, damn it, it's a bit out of focus. That happens sometimes, but I try my best. It doesn't work. It doesn't happen, and then it works. And sound was the second thing, and this happened now this, so I have to do voiceovers on two parts. Well, shit happens, right? So on the next day, and with the Polestar 3, I just filmed with this, without the microphone that's plugged in, and it worked fine. Like I said, I was done bit earlier, and so I said goodbye, went to the ENIAC, drove home, and since I didn't even have time, I look like a hobo, I have time to eat or get something to eat on the way there. I also didn't charge. So I drove from home to the airport, didn't charge, drove from the airport to Bad Hills, didn't charge, and then I had to get home, so I had to charge at Ionity in Eching, somewhere around Munich, till 50% or so, and then I drove with 140 something home, arrived with 7% at home, and charged at home. And I was home at around 3 p.m, all happy, unpacked, the dogs were so happy. And by the way, I totally forgot, Hank was at the service center last week, because I said that many times, that I have this 12-volt problem, where Hank, when the car is parked for longer than 2 days, or sometimes even a day, the app doesn't work. It tells me 12-volt battery is low, and you cannot use the app. And when you go to the car, the keyless entry doesn't work. When you unlock it with the key, it all works. When you're driving, it charges the 12-volt battery, and then when it's parked for a day or two, it happens again. Thanks, Chris, that you joined us at the ID Treffen. Was nice meeting you in person. Yeah, it was nice too. I got pictures with a lot of people. I think 5 or 6. I was a star. And yeah, that was fun. And so Hank was and I asked Volkswagen what could there be, and they said maybe your 12-volt battery is not working properly. Go to the service center and let it be checked. And I drove there last Tuesday, because on Wednesday, what was on Wednesday? Oh, on Wednesday there was the appointment for the 12-volt battery to get checked. So I drove the car there on Tuesday. I got a loaner, an ID7 Tourer with normal seats, not the premium seats that I have in Hank. And they're okay, but they don't have seat cooling. And it doesn't have a massage function on the bottom, that's it. But they're okay, but my seats are still better. They're a bit more comfy than normal seats. But not a big thing. So Cindy drove the Tourer to work, from work on when? on Tuesday when I got the car and I brought Hank there. And then when I was in Switzerland, she went shopping once with the dogs. The Tourer was in front of the garage. I came home with the Enyaq. Enyaq was almost empty. I had to repark everything and put the Enyaq in the garage, charged it to 80%. And then we thought, no, Cindy should drive with the Enyaq to work. Then I bring the Tourer back to the service center and get Hank. And then we don't have to switch. I just go by myself and it's okay. The Tourer has to go into the garage and the Enyaq has to be in front of the garage so I can charge it. We did that. Mr. Fancy Seats. Fancy microphone, fancy sheets. Sheets. So I came home at 3 p.m. and I had an amazing sleep again at home. Cold, dark, quiet. It was so nice. After 4 days, it's really nice. After 2 days, it's already nice to come home. The plan was, by the way, to bring Matthias to the Polestar 3 and 4 event. And I would have loved to have him there in Locarno, but Volkswagen said I'm not allowed to bring anyone. I have to do it by myself. And then okay. My key fob stopped working after 10 months. Yeah, that's about right when the battery stops working. 10 months. Because of the keyless entry, that takes a lot of battery. Every time you walk by, there's a motion detection, and is the key in motion, the LED does something, it unlocks. It's a lot. When you don't have keyless entry, then 10 months is weird. But yes. And where was I? I just said something. Yeah, and Matthias wasn't allowed to go to Locarno, and then I cancelled him for Polestar 3 and 4 because I thought I'm coming from Switzerland, he has to come from home there, and I don't even know if the videos will have a lot of views, so he gets good money because we have a share thing now. I'm not paying him like I did before. So when we go somewhere and I get money for driving, so events work like this. If I get invited to drive a car in Spain, I drive my car to the airport. Whoever invites me pays for the flight there. But the drive to the airport is my personal drive and I get money because I drove press thing. And if the event is within reach by my own car, I drive the whole way and I get a certain amount per kilometer. And when it's far away, I get a good amount of money that I can pay Matthias with. But for the Polestar event, by the way, I didn't get that. I have to ask about that. For the Polestar event, it's maybe they don't have it. They didn't do that with the Polestar 2 as well when I was there, which is weird. But Volvo does that, Volkswagen does that. I don't know. Maybe Polestar doesn't do that. So it's Reisekostenrückerstattung, and yes, yeah. So I cancelled him, which was sad. I would have wanted him in Locarno. Would have been amazing with him. He could have filmed so much stuff. Everything would have been way easier and more interesting, especially driving with him. Jonas was amazing on the drive, 5.5 hours. He likes to talk, but he's a nice guy and it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot. But he's a real content creator, so he films himself a lot, talks a lot about stuff. Every time we stop or there is something, he has to film it, and I'm more relaxed. We'll see. With Matthias, because I know him, it would have been very nice and everything. Also at dinner, when there are people that you don't know and you do a bit of small talk and at some point it's, okay, I've talked enough, it's your turn, but they don't say anything and then I'm okay. Then I'm just quiet here on the table. Second day I was with other YouTubers, it was fine, but the first day was a bit awkward on the table. Yeah. Und dann, wer kennt das nicht? Reisekostenrückerstattung. Bei uns im Unternehmen tatsächlich Formula 804. Formula. Is it the same? What is it in? Form 804. This is the word, yeah. And Yeah, so he wasn't there. There would have been in Polestar 3, 4. I wouldn't have needed him. It would have been a bit better. Yeah, 30 cents per kilometer. Exactly, that's what it is. And when I drove to Copenhagen with the ID3 GTX, that was a good amount of money that I used to pay Matthias for the 3 days that we were driving. He worked for 3 days. He deserved a good amount. And when we were in Hamburg with Volvo EX30, it was 1600 kilometers or 1500, something like that. That was also a good amount for him. I like that. And when we film something at home and with Polestar, I don't think I get anything, which is weird. I should ask. Bad Tölz is far. They would have paid for a flight. And I said, I'm arriving with my own car. I should ask if there's a Reisekostenrückerstattung. Form 804 called. Yeah. So I arrived, like I said, on Sunday, 3 p.m. Food, shower, the other way around. Relaxed. Finally saw Cindy again and dogs. I missed them so much. Had a good night's sleep. And today I didn't do anything. This is the first time working today. Yesterday evening I put all the data from the all the cards on the computer, and this was my first time I had to film for 4 days without being home and getting everything from all the memory cards. It was the first time doing that. Now I know why you drive long distance. Yeah. It's a great thing that my Sony a7S III has 2 card slots, because one was so full. The GoPros were all okay. Everything was still okay, but this one was full. Did you test charging in a Polestar 3? I only got 200 kilowatt on Tesla charger. No time for charging, and drove it down to like 60%. I got it with 90, so there was no time to do that. And I was far away from driving like that. Around Munich, you cannot drive very fast for long. I will do this all when I get a press car in, I don't know how many months. Still, the car is not interesting anymore. That's how it is. I'm small. I don't get the cars early. Yes, you can do 250 on a supercharger. They say they didn't say that the supercharger thing at the press event. They just said it can charge with 250. Yeah. They didn't say that it's only on a supercharger, not at a CCS normal hypercharger or Ionity or something. So yes, yesterday I put all the stuff and then organized it because I filmed so much stuff. This is for the vlog, this is for the ID3 GTX, this is the interview I did with Yannick, this is Polestar 3, this is Polestar 4. Oh, the sound doesn't work here. I have to do something. I have to order the microphone. I need the microphone. It's already on the way. It should arrive tomorrow. I need the clip-on microphone. That's my thing. I need it. Yeah. Tomorrow, like I said, the Enyaq is gonna be picked up, and then I don't have a car till next week where I get the Kia EV9, and I wanted to do my project. God, how many times does he write me? This guy writes me 2 million times. Who are you, TuneCore? Huh? Yeah. Can boost 600 amps now. But I don't know where one of these would be. I'm pretty sure not in the area of... Cable was warm as hell when I tested. It got only 200 kilowatt at 18%. That's warm as hell. Yes, where was I? What was I saying? I was just trying to tell you something. Microphone is on the way. Yeah, organized everything, and what was Polestar 3, Polestar 4. I have so many videos to edit. I still have the Enyaq videos. I have 4 vlog videos, like I said, for the 3rd channel. Then I have the ID Treffen itself, which I don't know if I put an extra video, if I put it in the vlog. The interview, Polestar 3, 4, the Enyaq videos, the ID3 GTX. I know, that was it. I don't have a car for a week. And I thought I should do project 650 with Hank. So can he drive 650 kilometers at 90 kilometers an hour? And it did 428 at 130. The problem is it's gonna rain like crazy this Sunday. And it's gonna stay that way. So from only to on Wednesday where I have to work, it's not raining, and it's raining in the evening there. And I have 3 raindrops till Tuesday afternoon. Then it stops for a day, and then even no, still continues raining. It's gonna get cold too. 7 degrees, 13 degrees. I think I lost my window. Chris Reaper just put a retest video of range test for Polestar 4 now. He didn't like that it didn't do well, huh? On the first time. Oh my God. Maybe they told him something. Yes, summer is over. Yeah, I thought usually September is still warm here in Bavaria, but we had such a hot summer, so maybe weather is saying, no, it's enough, it's over, go home. So I don't know if I do the range test in the rain. I don't know yet. Rain and cold for the next days. Yeah, I don't know. I need heat a bit, and I need... what temperature does it have on Sunday? I think it's stupid to do that. It's just waste of kilometers. 6 to 9 degrees on Sunday. I so need heat. Can be golden October, yeah. So I have to wait. Maybe I get a car where this is not so important. So I get the Kia EV9. Crazy rainy weather for the first test. So yeah, crazy rainy weather. Yeah, that's always bad. We know that. So I get the Kia EV9 for 2 weeks. Then I get the ID7 Pro S Tourer for 2 weeks. Then I get the ID3 GTX for 2 weeks. And then I get a Model Y rear-wheel drive for a week. And that's it with cars. So from November 1st on, I don't have a car. I have to snow in the Alps. Oh my God. I have to ask around to get some cars. I need cars for videos. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, if you don't know, yeah, you can't know. Only members and Patreons know. I have a new sponsor for the channel. I signed the contract yesterday. Range test to eCannonball. No, I'm not gonna go there. They're crazy. They want 300 euros to participate. And it doesn't sound interesting to me. I'm sorry. In the beginning, it sounded a bit interesting a few years ago. Now it's just not my thing. I'm sorry. I'm not social, so this whole thing is not. It's just a lot of work for nothing that I enjoy. Where was I? What was I just saying? God, I forget stuff. What was I saying? I don't know. Who cares? Yeah. Who cares? I'm talking a lot. Okay, I think I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna watch a bit of television, and then tomorrow is editing day. The ENIAC gets picked up at 12:30 or so, noon, and I'm gonna edit tomorrow as many videos as I can. Hopefully 3, 4. And sponsor. Oh yeah, thank you. God, you are my hero. We have a new sponsor on this channel, and I'm very, very happy because I love it. You know, when you're looking for sponsors for your channel and supporting things, so you make a bit of advertising for a brand, and then which ENIAC? 85X. You make advertising for a brand, and then they pay you every month, and you hope that they do it for a while. So I have Maingau, and Maingau is 6 months. I had it from December till May, and now they're continuing till December, so another 6 months, which is awesome. Then I got Tronity in February, I think. Tronity is the apps where it logs all of your driving and all of your charging, and then afterwards you can look at it. I hope it's not charged for EV. I don't know what that is. and they are a bit careful. They always do it for 2 months, and then I ask, do you want to continue? Yes, we're going to do another 2 months. So I asked them if they want to do a longer one. They get a bit of they get a bit of an offer from me, so they stay for longer. And I told them for 6 months is this amount, for 12 months is this, and they're still thinking about it. So I hope they want to do at least 6 months. That would be amazing. But last week, no, the week before, I contacted another company that I really love and I use it all the time. And I had a meeting with them and they said they want to do it, and I didn't hear from them for 4 days. And then I got contacted by the lawyer with a contract. And I signed it this weekend, and it's amazing. It's a better route planner. Woo! And I'm so happy. I really use it every day. Every day I have to drive somewhere. I used it today. Cindy and I were talking if we're going to Italy in September or October, and I looked how long will it take with Hank. Amazing. Squarespace, NordVPN, Amazon. No, it is a better route planner, and I'm very, very happy. They're so nice. They told me, okay, we're gonna do this. You get a referral link, and you get paid a special amount the more referrals you have. And if this is going really well, we support you with a monthly payment, and the referral is just on top. We had a nice talk, and he said, I like you so much, and I like the content you're doing. You're getting the monthly payment right away. And I was, yes, because it's always different if you get paid to do advertising for something you love and use all the time. That's already nice. But if you only get paid if someone else is using it and buying it, that always puts pressure on you. Please, please, please buy it so I get something out of it. I can live off YouTube now, please. And if I know I get paid for the advertising and I still can do referrals, there's a link. Oh my God, I should put up the link. If you want to use a better route planner, they sent me the link today. It's just a better route planner and I think battery life at the end. Am I right? You are the German Tesla burn. I am so. What is this? This is crap. Advertising. That's the other stuff. Put that away. Where's my link? There's my link. Referral link. There it is. Can I put a link in here? I don't think so. Can I? Does it work? Woohoo! It works. Cool. You are using the referral code Battery Life, which gives you 30 days of free trial. So usually when you get a better route planner and you want to just try it before buying it, so the premium version, doesn't work with Firefox? Of course it does. I only use Firefox and I use a better route planner all the time. It works perfectly. I don't get it. I use it every day in the app or with Firefox. That's what I use for browsing. I don't know what's on your side. Where was I saying? And usually when you sign up for premium for a better route planner, you get 14 days to test and then you have to pay. And with the referral link, you get 30 days. Woohoo! So for 30 days, you can test out the premium functions and then decide if you want to use it more often or not. So use it. Still gonna say it. Go buy. Support the channel. Support the troops. I should have said that, eh? Americans will be mad. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I wish you all a very nice week. Sorry for being on Monday. I think it was okay, huh? Still the same people here, even on Monday, but yesterday I was just done. I think I will see you next Sunday since I won't be doing anything on Sunday. I think so. I think I won't be doing too many videos. I will make a video tomorrow, hopefully, or then Thursday. We'll see about the rain. about an amazing lawnmower. I have a lawnmower robot here from Mamotion, and I tested it last week. And but then I went to the event. It's awesome. You know me, I love lawnmower robots, and I have one for 4 years, but it's one that needs wires. And this one now is with GPS, and I got a thing to fix it to the balcony there. It's awesome. And so the positioning system is on the balcony, so it goes around the house. It's awesome. Oh, doesn't need a wire. You put it around so it knows where the thing is, and then it drives around in a perfect way that they can do it. You do it now. You mow like this, and it's awesome. I love it. I used it already on one yard. And you can use it on different yards that are not even connected. With the wire one, I can't do it. I can't. MG4 is the lawnmower robot. It's a good one. That's a really good one. Okay, we want to do the like game, even though there are only 33 people here. Let's do it. I'm gonna count down 3 to 0, and then we all press like at the same time. We have 19 likes, 33 people here. We can get to 30. We can do that. Let's do that. Let's count down. 3, 2, 1, and like. Did I even count down the right way? I have no idea. 19, 34 people are here. We can do it. Oh, I have the cap for the camera ready. Whew. Oh. 20. Are Chinese buying less German cars? I have no idea. What is your view on taxes on Chinese cars and how they could impact German car sales? I get it. I so get it when a country, they can build extremely cheap cars because they're not paying their workers anything, and they have to work horrible hours. When they put that on the market, of course, they're very cheap. And I'm sorry to say they're also not great. So I've driven a few Chinese brands, and the MG4 was the best. Software-wise, they're all horrible, but driving-wise, a lot of them they all have something weird. And of course, European cars or American cars can be weird too. But I always see the difference in value when driving them. So I never got why I would buy an MG4 when I could drive a Renault Megane or an ID3 or something, or a Volvo EX30 even. I don't get. I'm sorry. It's not a great car for what you get, and it's not cheap. It's 27 likes. That's okay. Thank you all. I'm gonna leave you now. I see you on Sunday. Intro.